Welcome Springbank graduates and families to our virtual grade 8 graduation. I'm Mrs. Powell, the proud principal here at Springbank Public School, and I had the awesome opportunity to see your students grow and learn over the last 2 years. This is really an incredible group of graduates. Grads, thank you so much for your patience and perseverance this year, as well as your grade 7 year. Students and families, I'm continuously impressed with your resilience and continued dedication to learning, whether it's in person or remotely. Students, you will be able to leverage the technology skills you have practiced and developed to support any path that you take. You continuously impress the staff at Springbank with your optimism and collaboration. I wonder which one of our graduates will be the next Elon Musk. I'd like to take a moment to thank our teachers, Mrs. Bullock, Mrs. Fable, Mr. Nixon, and Mrs. Shanks, for the dedication to making sure that these graduates are prepared for high school. A special thank you to Ms. Shanks and her sister who put together this video for you to watch. Graduates, you know that your moms and dads are very proud of you today. They have high hopes for you, and they believe in you, and you make them proud by showing what you can do. Take a look at them now. You can see them smiling at you and recording this moment for forever. Today is an important day for you and for them. Today they are very, very proud of you. Today would be a good day to ask for some money. Today would also be a good day to hug them and say thank you for supporting you. Because although this is your achievement, it is also theirs. Every time they woke you up, they fed you, they asked you to get off your video games, they signed you up for extracurriculars, they hugged you, they asked you to get off your video games, they cried with you, they let you take a break, they pushed you to improve, they asked you to get off your video games. They were showing you just how important you are to them. Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your sister, your brothers, all the people that care about you want you to do your best. They want you to live up to your potential. You had some great times this year, and you had some tough times, but you did it and you succeeded. You're ready for the next step. I do have a few items, some keys for you to succeed for the next 4 years. I've got 5 of them. The first one, be yourself. Find out what makes you awesome and share that with others. You're the only you there is. The second, be present. In class, ask questions, wonder, seek answers, find your passion and set your goals. And when you've achieved your goals, set new ones. 3, tackle the small problems before they become overwhelming and seek help when you need it. The 4th, seek out those learning opportunities, activities, clubs, sports, friends, people that make you feel proud of who you are. And the last one, make sure you talk to your parents. This is the time for you to share your thoughts, your dreams, your worries, your fears, your celebrations, any questions you have. Believe it or not, they were once your age and they have some insights. Now parents, my son graduated from grade 12 this year, and I have 2 pieces of advice for you. The first one, listen to them. Listen when they are loud, listen when they are not loud, listen when they're quiet. But most importantly, listen when they're silent. Ask them questions. You know you already do it, keep asking. The second one, if you're like me, you're thinking, oh my goodness, the last 10 years just flew by. I cannot believe how fast they went. The next 4 will go so much faster. Enjoy every single piece of it. So, congratulations to all of our graduates, congratulations to our parents, and finally, congratulations to our teachers and everyone else who helped our graduates get here today. So, from Dr. Zeus, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, you know what to know, you're the guy who'll decide where to go. Congratulations, grad, and thank you for your attention.
The Language Arts Award is presented to the student who has demonstrated excellent achievement in reading, writing, and oral communication. This student has consistently shown that this subject area is her passion. I knew this was the case at Halloween this past year when students were to write a suspenseful story. We read her story out loud, and the class was intrigued by her use of dialogue and description to tell a story. I knew then that she had a gift for writing. Similarly, she shows deeper, critical thinking about what she reads, as well as her insightful analysis of poetry. And I was not at all surprised to learn that her favorite stories include classics like Dead Poets Society and Catcher in the Rye. I am very happy to announce that the Language Arts Award goes to Clarity McDonald.
The winner of this year's Geography Award is an individual who demonstrates an immense understanding of how the Earth's physical processes affect people around the world, and specifically those of us here in Canada. I had the immense pleasure of teaching this student and really got to know him this year. And despite his shortcoming of being a Boston Bruins fan, I got to see his passion for all things geography. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a student who knows the flag for every single country. Seriously, quite impressive. What was also impressive about this young man was his awareness of how studying geography gives a person a better understanding of why history has unfolded the way that it has. I will not be surprised to hear that this student's great success in geography continues next year. Congratulations to the 2021 Geography Award winner, Justin Hayner. The winner of this year's Math Award is an individual who demonstrates a very deep understanding of mathematics and the mathematical processes of more advanced concepts. The winner of this year's Math Award is a student whose exceptional problem solving and reasoning skills allow him to better understand the world around him. It is beyond question that the mathematical skills that this student possesses will help him succeed in his future endeavors. I had the great pleasure of not only teaching this student, but really getting to see this student's passion for math. I found out, however, that math isn't his only passion. He also has a passion for the music of Juice WRLD, and yes, parents, that's spelled W-R-L-D. I learned a lot from this student about a rapper that I'd never heard of before. Every opportunity that this student had to incorporate Juice WRLD into his work, he did. I read an essay about him. I read a song analysis about him. I even read math questions about him. Congratulations to the 2021 Math Award winner, Austin Tang.
The Science Award is given to the student who demonstrates interest and curiosity in the world we live in, how things work, and why things work. More specifically, this student demonstrated that he can relate science and technology to our society and the environment. He showed he has skills, strategies, and habits of mind required for scientific inquiry and technological problem solving. And overall, he impressed his teachers with his ability to understand the basic concepts of science and technology. I have no doubt that this student will choose a path in the future that involves scientific problem solving. I am very pleased to announce the recipient of the Science Award is Preston Irvine. The History Award. The student who is deserving of this award has shown he has strong interest in not only Canadian history, but world history. This was evident this school year in his contributions to class discussions and choice of reading materials. Furthermore, when he researched a period of time in Canada's history, not only did he research the people and significant events from that time, he went on to add his opinion about the events and how the government could have responded in a different way. He also explained how Canada is impacted today from the events in our past. The other thing that separates this student is his strong interest and knowledge of current events and how history has led to things we encounter today. I am proud to present the History Award to Hayden Noel.
The Phys Ed Award goes to a person who exhibits a high level of athleticism and skill in Phys Ed class while demonstrating good sportsmanship. We chose 2 students for this award. Both students we chose demonstrate a love for sports, fitness, and being outside. The student in my class had the same question every morning. Do we have gym today? What are we doing for gym today? Or, what are we going to do for gym tomorrow? Not only did he have enthusiasm for the subject, he demonstrated a high level of skill throughout the year in various sports. He is an extremely talented athlete. He has an excellent understanding of gameplay strategies. He could often be found sharing this knowledge with his peers through coaching. I know that he will continue to excel in phys ed in high school, as well as high school athletics. The first phys ed award recipient is Aiden Menton.
I have the pleasure of presenting the other phys ed award. This student moved to Springbank this year, and she quickly demonstrated herself as a very capable athlete. During our volleyball unit, her peers had difficulty returning her spike-like overhand serve. This student always gave me 110% each day, and I know she will continue to shine on and off the court or field or rink next year. I'm proud to announce the other phys ed award winner as Lydia Parsons.
The Arts Award is given to a student who demonstrates an exceptional talent in visual arts. We chose 2 students to give this award to this year. Exceptional is not a big enough word to describe the talent of these 2 students. Throughout their time at Springbank, they created multiple pieces of incredible artwork. They have an extremely high skill level when it comes to applying the different elements of art. Their artwork consistently communicates their feelings and ideas. They are extremely critical thinkers, and this critical thinking translates to their art pieces. Their artwork often elicits deep emotion and strong reactions. I can't wait to see what they do with their determination and talent in the years to come. I am so happy to present this year's Art Award to Tara Greenfield and Riley Namskaville.
Hey everyone, I have the pleasure of presenting this year's French Award. This year it goes to 2 recipients, both of which have excelled in all 4 strands of French. When we're in class, these students are always participating, and I think their classmates are often asking them for help when they're seeking some of the answers we're working on. So I also like to choose people that I think will continue their studies beyond grade 9. So this year's recipients are Caitlin Raymond and Ray J. Colm.
The winner of the in-person overall academic award is one of Springbank's brightest stars. This student was engaged in all aspects of his learning, continually pushing himself to excel in every subject, including those that he often doubted his ability. This student has a very strong foundation of conceptual knowledge and an immense desire to expand his knowledge and understanding to areas of the curriculum he hasn't yet mastered. This student's genuine desire to learn and willingness to invest the time and effort to achieve understanding was always evident, both in person and online. I had the immense pleasure of teaching this student this year, so I had the unique opportunity to see him firsthand, and what struck me as being most impressive was not so much his overall academic success, but rather his willingness to engage with other students who did not readily understand a concept or a task. It was this unselfish behavior and self-awareness that enabled him to assume the role of leader in many classroom situations. It's also the reason his peers hold him in such high regard. His mild manner, unassuming demeanor, and positive attitude combined to make him the successful student that he is and will continue to be. Congratulations to the 2021 overall academic award winner, Austin Tang.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tim Durson. I've had the great pleasure of being the full remote learning teacher for the Springbank students this year. While all the students did great work, there was one student that went above and beyond expectations, and that is Cameron Yee, who will be receiving the overall Academic Achievement Award this year. Cameron is an extremely hardworking and dedicated student who always puts forth his best effort. It has been an honor teaching him this year. Congratulations, Cameron, and good luck at Huron Park next year.
I have the pleasure to announce the Female Athlete of the Year Award. The recipients of this award go to two young women who have demonstrated an outstanding achievement, as well as participation, cooperation, positive attitude, and effort in team and individual sports. They excel both on the field and off, and on the court, they're reliable members. I have the pleasure of awarding this award to both Emma McDonald and Alina Perry.
In selecting the recipient of this year's athletic awards, we needed to consider the restrictions we faced this past year. There were no extracurricular sports that we could use to help us in making this decision. We do, however, have past years of involvement in Springbank teams and intramurals that can help us make this decision. We have two recipients of the Male Athlete Award who proved they had the abilities and teamwork skills needed to be valuable members in Springbank athletics. Both of these individuals competed on teams in the junior grades, including cross country, track and field, and floor hockey. And early in grade 7 proved themselves integral members of the volleyball, cross country, and soccer teams. These two boys are deserving of this award due to their commitment and success on the teams they competed in. Please join me in congratulating Aiden Cuthbert and Austin Jackson in being chosen by their coaches for the Male Athlete Award for 2021. The Mary Wilson Award. Mary Wilson had two sons, Charlie and Robbie, who attended Springbank from kindergarten to grade 8. During that time, Mary was an active volunteer in the school and in the classroom. She never hesitated to extend a helping hand, even when she was ill with cancer. She was a caring and kind person. She was greatly missed when she passed away, and this award was created to honor her memory. The Mary Wilson Award is given to a student who demonstrates perseverance and exceptional personal growth and maturity. We have selected two deserving students for this award. I am honored to present this award to a fine young man who I have worked with for the past 2 years. This student works hard, I think has near perfect attendance, and remembers more school and classroom routines than I can remember. So for that, I am thankful he was in my class. I can't stress enough how hard this student works and his willingness to seek assistance and try everything that is thrown at him. I am bursting with pride to give this award to Austin Jackson.
Miss Bullock described, Mary Wilson was a strong, resilient, caring, and kind woman who contributed to the Springbank community greatly. Even years after her death, she continues to contribute to our community in a powerful way. The Mary Wilson Award goes to a student who has demonstrated exceptional personal growth and maturity. The student who is receiving this award from my class, I've had the pleasure of teaching for 2 years in a row now. Throughout these years, she has demonstrated remarkable personal, academic, and social growth. This year, specifically, I noticed an amazing improvement in her effort and determination towards her academics. By the end of grade 8, this perseverance and determination became a habit. At the beginning of grade 7, she very rarely would venture out of her comfort zones in subjects like language and math. As the year progressed, she began to take risks and seek out challenges for herself across all subjects. If she did not understand or struggled with a challenge, she would stay in at lunch or always ask for extra practice to bring home. As a result, her marks began to skyrocket. Her maturity seemed to grow in tandem with her academic marks. By the end of grade 8, she demonstrated the ability to take on the perspectives of those around her and think critically. I am so proud of how far she has come and cannot think of a better candidate for this award. I am happy to announce the second winner of this year's Mary Wilson Award is Jasmine Walker.
The Springbank Community Award. How can we decide who has contributed to our school community during a year where there were no clubs, no extracurricular sports, or many opportunities for leadership, and students were kept in cohorts? Well, we can. We can still recognize a student who, through the years, has been able to demonstrate the qualities of a leader who promotes community. This is the type of student that every school and community needs. This student is kind, inclusive, and demonstrates the values and personality that draw others to him. I can't think of a better way to instill community. I have observed this when this student is around. Everyone feels accepted. I am very happy to announce that the Springbank Community Award goes to Preston Irvine.
Tonight, I have the awesome opportunity to present 2 awards. The first is Thames Valley's Equity, Safe Schools, and Wellbeing Award. I was asked to choose a student who contributed to a positive culture within the school environment through contributions within safe schools, mental health, well-being, equity, and inclusive education. I had a teacher reach out to me immediately to tell me about their student. This is what they said. This student goes out of their way to connect with classmates and teachers around him. He always goes out of his way to help others, posting links for the class to use, reaching out, staying after school to help. When the rest of the class is not participating, he positively encourages his peers with kind and uplifting comments. His positive attitude and enthusiasm for learning is contagious. Awesome words from their teacher. Now this year I also get to reward this student with the Ontario Principal Council Award. Each year, I'm asked to choose a student who demonstrates leadership within the school. The same student not only showed leadership through helping others, through being kind, through seeking out ways that he could make the environment, both online and in person, a positive one for his peers as well as his teachers. He just went above and beyond every step of the way. Leadership does not always mean, you're out front, you are the one making sure everybody's doing what they need to do. Rather, mostly leadership is behind the scenes, making sure everybody can be the best that they can be. So, without further ado, Jonathan Roman, you are the recipient tonight of Thames Valley's Equity, Safe Schools and Wellbeing Award, as well as the Ontario Principal Council Student Leadership Award. Congratulations. Thank you so much for helping others, being kind, and being an awesome example of student leader.
Jonathan Roman is a truly deserving recipient of the Equity and Wellbeing Leadership Award. Every day in our online classroom, he's constantly making sure that his peers have access to the assignments that are given, that the links are being shared. He's constantly thinking about the equity and inclusiveness of himself and others in the classroom and in his community, and he demonstrates that every day through his kind and caring attitude towards all of his classmates and his teacher. So congratulations, Jonathan, and you're destined for great things in your circle of friends, in your family, and in your community. Have a great summer and good luck in grade 9.
The Merit Awards. Each year, students in grades 6 through 8 will be able to earn points toward receiving awards of merit upon graduation. Points will be earned through academic achievement, as well as involvement in sports and other extracurricular activities. Due to COVID-19, no opportunities have been given. We base these awards on contributions within the classroom and school environments.
I'd like to take this opportunity to personally congratulate all of our Bronze Merit Award winners. Your contributions to the Springbank community has helped make the school a wonderful place to be. Congratulations to Marcus Alexis, Krissa Craddock, Spencer Mitchell, Tyler Clark, Leland Avey, Baldeep Johal, Billy Somerville, Parker Defayette, Matt Leduc, Simran Nahal, Caleb McSavage, Anthony Griffin, Carson Allison, and Cairo Abdallah.
And I am excited to announce the Silver Merit Award winners. Justin Hayner, Ethan Holst, Jackson Kippenhuck, Kyla Baker, Caitlin Raymond, Searat Baines, Clarity McDonald, Riley Nanskaville, Hayden Noel, Wade Rice, Logan Rashawn, Amy Pham, Georgia Posa, Alex Schwartz, Katina Williams, Armand Ball, Tara Greenfield, Sandon O'Quinn Ramsey, and Ray J. Cohn.
I have the pleasure of announcing this year's gold recipients for the Merit Awards. Alina Perry, Austin Tang, Austin Jackson, Aiden Cuthbert, Preston Irvine, Lydia Parsons, Emma McDonald, Jonathan Roman, Cameron Yee, Aiden Menton, Jasmine Walker, and Anthony Rennie. Congratulations.
I have the pleasure of congratulating the 2021 Springbank graduating class co-valedictorians. These two individuals should be very proud of being selected by their peers to represent them with their speech for our graduation ceremony. Your peers obviously respect you and know you would do a wonderful job. Please join me in congratulating Austin Tang and Clarity McDonald.
Welcome parents, families, Springbank staff, and the graduating class of 2021. I'm Austin Tang.
And I'm Clarity McDonald.
And we are honored to be your valedictorians for Springbank's graduating class of 2021. As you know, due to the pandemic, the last 2 years have not been easy for anyone. It's super difficult to graduate in 2021 because we can't get together and have a big ceremony, and you're stuck watching this on your screen. We're making the best of it. We're surprised how fast time has passed. A little while ago, we were in kindergarten stacking up blocks, and now we're solving advanced math equations. We have many years ahead of us, and we are looking forward to seeing what the future holds for us. To begin, we'd like to show our thanks to our kindergarten teachers, Mr. Wright, Mrs. Lucas, Mr. Johnson, and Mrs. Cantors. They were the people who taught us many important lessons, such as counting to 10, singing the ABCs, and remembering the 12 months in a year. We can compare kindergarten to our first weeks of quarantine. For some of us, the first few weeks of quarantine were quite easy. We thought that having no school and having so much free time was beneficial. This is how it was like in kindergarten. We enjoyed our years in JK and SK and took it for granted. As time went by in the lockdown, we realized it was not so great after all. For most people, it was difficult because it was hard to adjust to not being surrounded by your friends and learning in person. In comparison, last year's lockdown is greatly similar to each year we had at Springbank. As we got older, our homework gradually increased in difficulty. Eventually, most of us assimilated to the feeling of being in lockdown, and as we can personally relate, walking down the halls in Springbank is most definitely familiar to us.
As you all know, we have been in lockdown off and on for the past year. This is like a switch. Sometimes there are moments we feel like there is freedom, but all of a sudden we are overloaded with weight on our shoulders. I'd like to thank all of our primary and junior teachers, Mrs. Goodbun, Mrs. McKenzie, Mrs. Roper, Mr. McIntyre, Mrs. McMahon, Mrs. Wester, and Mrs. Myers. They've taught us so many valuable lessons and prepared us for our intermediate years. Since the both of us have been here since kindergarten, we have so many amazing and exciting memories at Springbank. Like, I remember in grade 4, there was this historic dinner, and it was meant for only the grade 5s, but since we were in a 4-5 split class, we got to go. You got to dress up in clothes from different time periods and go do activities from those time periods, and it was a lot of fun. I can't believe those was only 4 years ago. I remember it so vividly. Even so, we still make it as we are sitting in front of our screens for our virtual graduation. The last people I'd like to thank is our intermediate teachers, Mrs. Bullock, Mrs. Shanks, Mr. Nixon, and Mrs. Fable. Thank you for preparing us for the next 4 years of our lives. The last 2 years have been the most eventful and uneventful years at Springbank. Being on and off Google Meet calls and then the next week being in an actual classroom was so strange and pretty draining. But now we're finally done with it. And even though it didn't feel like it, we were all in the same situation and all trying to keep our heads above water and not feel overwhelmed with the big changes in our lives. And a lot of us are nervous and scared of starting high school, but it's a time for new beginnings. And as I sang in High School Musical, we're all in this together.
grads, Mr. Birch here. I only had the pleasure of getting to know you over the past school year. While it was a short time, I truly appreciate the warmth with which you all welcomed me into your classrooms and the enthusiasm that you showed towards your learning. You might be a little disappointed about the way the year ended, and understandably so. However, I do want you to also take a moment to pat yourselves on the back. You made it through one of the most difficult years in modern education history. You were flexible, you adapted, you accepted, you learned, you developed so many new skills that will serve you for the rest of your lives. Sure, maybe you didn't do as much traditional learning as you might have in a normal year, but you gained so many important life skills. Skills that you'll be grateful for in the future. So yeah, you can be a little disappointed that the year wasn't a normal grade 8 year, but you should also take pride in knowing that you showed the grit and determination to make it through this school year, and you are taking a whole new skill set with you into high school that you never would have had in a normal year. So congratulations, grads, and thanks for all your hard work and dedication and flexibility in a very unusual year, and thank you for making my year at Springbank an awesome one. Congratulations.
Well, Springbank Public School. We are at the point where grade 8 students, you will be transitioning into high school. And I want to say congratulations on making it this far. I'm honored to be a part of your life and to have personally met some of you when I was at your school in person, but also now when you transition into high school. Hopefully I get to stay connected with you in some form or fashion. But I want to say you made it so far. And all the work that you put in, all the sacrifices, all the time spent getting things done, you can pause momentarily and just say you did it. With the help of your staff, your teachers, your parents, the community, there's absolutely nothing you can't not accomplish. My most memorable time with you as a student and as a student group, as a class, was every time I get to see you, whether it's virtual or actually in person. You always put a smile on my face. Your comments, your kindness, your love, your compassion will stay with me for eternity. And I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life. High school is a transition though. You're going to probably see a lot of new people that you haven't seen before, try to figure out where your classes are, but don't worry about anything. Don't ever worry, just enjoy yourself. I kind of look at worrying like this. Worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it will take you no place. So keep connected to your school community. Don't forget where you came from. Your elementary school teachers, always go back and revisit. And also your principal and your administration, the administrative staff, everybody that's there at your school, that's there now, they've helped you to get to where you are today. So as you journey on in life, stay focused, keep your eyes on your goals, and don't just look at the obstacles. You can look at what's called that journey as far as the goal that you want to achieve and reach. You know, obstacles are those things you see when you actually take your eyes off your goals. So with that, enjoy yourself. Have a great day. Have a great year. And once again, congratulations on making it this far. All the best. And I love you all.